Okay then, question 4. 16 marks for this one. Double the previous questions, and because of that, spend double the time. Spend 24 minutes on this one. Not least because you've actually got 2 texts to consider now and 2 texts to compare. That is the crucial thing to think about with question 4. You are only going to score highly if you can actively compare and contrast these 2 texts. Right then, they will give you one that they ask you to use, and they'll say to you, you can choose your other one. In our particular exam, they say to choose the source 3, saved, and then pick another one of your choice. I'm going to use the example of the life-saving article here. Now, they will always ask you, and they have always asked in previous exams for English language, to compare the ways language is used for effect. The ways that language is used for effect. Now, that's very interesting because that could mean many, many things, and in a sense, you can decide what that effect is. The crucial thing is to talk about how that article actually achieves whatever effect it needs to. For example, the life-saving article, you could argue, it was written to inform the public about this idea of this educational program that's going on. It's to describe it, to inform them that it is happening. However, if we look at saved, that's actually something very, very different. We've got a description there. We've got a very interesting description of 2 people who are in dire straits and are desperately trying to look for some help, to find some help to get out of a situation. As we said before in this exam, looking at the audience and the purpose is very, very important. And you need to do that with this as well, because that is how you find out about the language and what effect it is used for and used to achieve. Right, so in order to get 13 to 16 marks in this question, which is the top band, you need to make sure that you not only engage with each text and actually offer a detailed understanding of it, you need to make sure that you actually cross-reference them as well. So don't just say, well, in source 3 saved, this is the effect. However, in source 1, this is the effect. Think about using connectives. Source 3 describes this, whereas source 1 describes this. Okay. You could also say both texts are very similar. Firstly, this text describes this in such a way, and secondly, blah blah blah, in a similar way, this source describes this. So what I'm saying is, don't treat them as 2 distinct texts to analyse individually. You must cross-reference them, and they want you to do that. As ever, they like it if you use integrated quotations. They phrase it in this particular question as offers appropriate quotations to support ideas. So whatever point you're making, whatever effect you decide, whether it's to entertain, to inform, whatever that is, make sure that your quotation backs up that idea. Okay, and as I said before, it's a 16-mark question, so make sure that you're spending up to but not over 24 minutes on that one. If you stick to those timings I've suggested, you'll be taken right up to the hour, which is the time that they suggest. And I think that's very, very important. Okay, thank you.